In this video I'm going to show you how I tie my standard bottom bait rig that I've shown you in most of the videos so far. It's quite easy to tie, you only need a few components, so let's show you how to tie it. Here are the things that you will need to tie up my rig. Scissors, swivels, some semi-stiff coated braid. I got this in £20, just in weedy green colour. Some boilie stops, a rig puller, a braid stripping tool, some hooks, and a baiting needle with some bait on it. So that's the things that you need to create this rig. Let's show you how to tie it now. To start off, the first step to tying this rig, we need to get a length of the semi-stiff coated braid. I recommend having a few inches longer than you actually need to give you enough to work with to tie the knots. It will be curly when you get it off the spool, but it can just be steamed to make it nice and straight again. The next step is to get your braid stripper, and to strip the braid, all we do is put the braid through the hole in the back, push it through, and then you see the little slot, just pull it in and pull it. So to do that again, just put it through the hole, get a nice good couple of inches, push it in the slot and give it a pull. Just like that. Then it can easily just be stripped by hand, and then you have a nice supple bit to form the hair. The next step in creating this rig is to form the hair. We'll do this by forming a simple overhand knot in the soft section we just stripped. So to do that, we double it up like so, and then just tie a simple overhand loop. I've got a little baiting needle with a little hook on the end, which just helps to pull that through. Like so. Just pull it nice and tight. And cut off the remaining tag end. Like so. The next step is to attach the hook. Our step now is to attach the hook to the braid, but before we do this, we attach the bait to make sure we know how long the hair has to be. So to do that, just put the bait on the baiting needle and just thread it up as you would normally, just onto the hair. Make sure you use the same size bait and the same bait in the hair stop each time that you would do in your normal fishing, to make sure it's exactly the same. With that on there, we can now start to fix the hook in place. So to do this, we just slide the hook down onto the line from the long tag end, just pull it all the way down. Then to tie the hair, all we do is make sure there's a little bit of free movement here, and then here I'll whip around about 7 times. To make sure it's in line with the point of the hook. And then we'll whip back over once and pop it back through the eye of the hook and just pull it down like so. If you want to leave the coating stripped back near the eye, then you can just strip a bit more off, or you can just get the little tool and just pull a bit back there and then just pick it off. That's the next step, is to attach the swivel, and let's show you how to do that now. Here is the next step, is tying on the swivel. To do this, you can use several different knots. Personally, I use the Palomar knot, as I've never lost a fish on that knot yet. You could also use the Grinner or various other knots to tie the swivel on. But to tie this knot, pass it through the eye of the swivel, and then you pass it back through the way you just came, like so. So you've got it running on a doubled up piece of line, and then all you do is you just simply tie an overhand knot around the swivel. Like so. But before we pull it tight, we must put the swivel back through this little loop that we've just created. This bit can be fiddly, but try to make sure that you've got the loop big enough for you to be able to put the swivel through. Just like so. And then from this we can tighten the knot down, but before we do so we need to make sure we always moisten the knot to make sure it beds down correctly. And then just tease it down. Use our teeth a little bit, and we can use our puller just to put into the swivel, just to give us an extra little bit just to pull on and to apply the maximum force to make sure the knot is bedded down correctly. Just like so. Just like so. That is our finished rig. This can be put out, this can be used with any lead system, and make sure that you cut the tag end off. Like so. That's the finished rig. This can be put out with any lead system, like I just said. Inline, leg clip. I personally use it with a leg clip as it's nice and easy. It's a super easy rig to tie. I use the crank hook with mine because I think that the wide gape and the curved shank is really aggressive, and I haven't actually lost a fish on this hook yet. So that's what I recommend. Super easy to tie and it's caught me loads of fish. So hopefully you can use this in your own fishing. Thank you for watching.